Hey everybody, I'm Cindy V and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to preface this video by saying that if anybody leaves a comment talking about Demi's past personal struggles with alcohol, drugs, or her rehab stints, or anything negative like that, I will be deleting your comment because it shouldn't be taken as a joke and you shouldn't really be talking about that in such a negative light. So, and we don't condone that here. Okay, so this is not a hate video, okay? Every single video I make in this series is more of an opportunity to discuss why somebody hasn't reached the highest level mainstream success that they should be receiving. So by now, I'm sure you've all heard about the situation with Demi Lovato's alleged Finsta leaking. I mean, I think it's her because there are a lot of screenshots and there was even a video of her going on live through that account. So there seems to be a lot of evidence. And when I first saw this hashtag trending on Twitter, I didn't want to make a video right away. I wanted to give her a chance to kind of address the situation before I start like jumping on the bandwagon and like bashing her. You know, it's not cool. But it just kind of got worse. I don't understand the point of Finstas. I think that it is the purest form of negative energy that you can put out there into the world, quite honestly. Because if you can't post something on your public account, you have to post it on your private account, chances are you shouldn't be posting it at all. And this does not just go for Demi, it goes for anybody else with Finsta's accounts that they tend to bash other people or talk negatively on other people. I don't think it's necessary in any form or in any way. But that's just my opinion. So I think that there are two factors as to why this whole situation blew up to the level that it did. You know, number one, everybody's stuck in quarantine, which means they have nothing else to do. They are all looking for something to talk about, and this just happened kind of like at the right time for it to blow up. Also, the fact that Selena and Demi's relationships have always been kind of a question mark, I would say, because they did go through a period where they were so close and everybody knew how close they were. And now you don't really see them together, and the fact that Demi is, you know, managed by Scooter Braun, which is Justin Bieber's manager, it's like all of that. So that's why there's already been like some public interest in it, and people just took it and ran with it, you know? I think this whole situation started even before the Finsta leaking, more from Demi Lovato's Harper's Bazaar interview. So when the interviewer asked her about Selena Gomez posting that very sweet shout out of her performance at the Grammys, she said, "When you grow up with somebody, you're always going to have love for them. But I'm not friends with her, so it felt ... I will always have love for her, and I wish her nothing but the best." I kind of see this as shade. I'm not gonna lie, because I think that she could have easily just said, "Oh, that was a really sweet post for her to do. We've kind of grown apart, but I'll always have love for her." She didn't have to say, "Oh, we're not friends anymore." It seems very absolute, and a lot of people were kind of picking up on the shade, and then it just got reinforced by all of these Instagram posts. And you know what? Like, I don't think that Demi is hating on Selena. I think that it does come out of a place of, well, jealousy a little bit, because Demi was in the age, like the golden era of Disney, you know, Miley, Selena, the Jonas Brothers, her, they were all part of kind of the graduating class, and she hasn't really received success to the same level as the others have. She's still successful, just not as successful. You know, she hasn't had a #1 song, #1 album. So I think that she feels a little bit kind of like, why not me? You know? And Selena kind of had the exact same road to fame as kind of she did, going from Barney to Disney to having her own Disney show, Wizards of Waverly Place, Sunny with a Chance, and then slowly making music. And I think Demi feels like it's unfair. So I don't think that it's hate. I don't think that she was really like bashing out of like malicious intent. You know, I think she was just kind of blowing off steam, and it shouldn't have been done that way. You know, this is why like I don't think the account is fake. I mean, Sam Smith followed it, like a lot of other people followed it, but I think the most telling is her mom. Like, moms don't just follow random accounts, but they do follow you to follow you. Does that make sense? Anyway, we all know though that the difference between Selena and Demi is Demi's just more vocally talented. Selena has had more success, but Demi is the more talented one when it comes to vocal ability. So, what can be done moving forward, right? I think, Demi Lovato's previous managers were kind of trash. They weren't able to push Demi to the level that she could have been, especially with being a past Disney kid. And I feel like they weren't really taking care of her mental health wise as well. They kind of, used her for money and fame and all that, more than just making sure she's okay. You know, and no matter what you think about Scooter Braun, a lot of people do not like him. He is a very successful manager. He has Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande under his belt. And after signing with Scooter Braun, she did have that spot singing Anyone at the Grammys, which was beautiful. It was a very big moment for Demi. I think she completely deserved it, and she was really able to show off her vocal chops. Which now brings me to B. I think Demi needs more songs where it's just pleasant to listen to. Because all of her songs kind of feel like she's trying to show off her vocal ability in every single song, and sometimes it can come off as too much. This has also happened with Christina Aguilera. She's a prodigy, she's an amazing singer, and nobody can knock that. But very few people can listen to a whole album of hers the whole way through, because sometimes it's too much. You know, like huge singers like Adele, Whitney Houston, all these vocal powerhouses. Yes, they did have these songs that showcased their ability, but also it was the soft moments that really brought the magic into those songs. And I think that's what Adele has also done very well as well. She knows how to keep the soft moments to pull you in, and then the big moments feel more powerful. You know, and that's why Selena is more successful than Demi, because Selena, even though she doesn't have like a huge voice, her music is very nice to listen to. You can put it on in any scenario, and it's just really pleasant, you know? A lot of people who listen to music do listen to it to relax. They're not like you and me. You know, you're watching a music commentary channel right now. Other people just kind of want to relax and de-stress with music, and so really loud songs they can't connect to, or they won't stream as much, which means the numbers won't be as high, even though they can respect the artistry of the song of Demi's more. Also, Selena, what she's done really well on her team is she's been on a lot of features, so she's really been able to push her name through other artists and kind of segue a little bit into many different types of songs. I think Demi should do a lot more features as well. Her previous single with Sam Smith, that was perfect. Like, she was doing all these beautiful runs, but it was just a little bit softer than her own songs. And I think it really played to her strengths, but kept it at a level where people can listen to this like, yeah, this is nice, you know? And also C, I think Demi should take a break, because when I think of Demi Lovato's music, a specific style doesn't come to mind. I don't think that she's kind of found her lane yet. I don't think she's found her sound fully. And that's why the audience doesn't, and I'm not saying her audience, I'm saying the general public doesn't resonate as much to her music. You know, I think that Demi still has a shot of really making it big. A lot of people are still very interested in her. She's a beautiful girl. She's great for body positivity, and a lot of girls do look up to her for that reason. So I think she has all this stuff to really, you know, get that number one, but she just needs to chill a little bit. I think that this quarantine time, hopefully she's using it for good, you know, she's honing her craft more and finding her sound, because I believe once she does that, with Scooter Braun as her manager, I believe she will get there. I don't think that major success is too far off for Demi. And so, yeah, I guess that's all my thoughts on the situation. Tell me if you guys agree. Comment down below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Mwah.